Hey everyone! Have you ever noticed when you're in a really big space, sometimes the sound bounces around like an echo? Or when you're in a really small space, like maybe a carpeted elevator or something, the sound just sort of stays right in front of you? Well, that's called resonance. Come on, it's music time. Hey everyone! In our last couple of episodes of Music Time, we've explored how size and length affect pitch.
Sound is a wave. That is, it's a vibration that travels through a medium, like air or water.
We've looked at how the level of water can affect pitch in a glass. Well, today we're going to be looking at something called resonance.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Well, what exactly is resonance?
I don't know.
Well, it's the idea when you set, something hard like a wooden box, like a piano, you set it into motion with vibrations, and it picks up those vibrations and it makes them louder. It resonates with those. Come on over here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I've built myself, you could call it a one-string ukulele. I took the string actually off of a ukulele and the tuning peg, and I've attached it to this stick. And so when I pluck it, let's see if it makes a sound. It does. You probably can't hear it very well from where you are.
Nope.
Because even though this stick is vibrating, it's not really a very good resonator. It's not making the string very loud. So you might be having trouble hearing it where you are. Well, what could we do to make this louder?
I don't know.
We need to set something else in motion with it to pick up those vibrations. Maybe this box. So let's set it on top of the box and see what it sounds like when I pluck the string now. Without the box, with the box. So what is happening? The box is acting as a resonator. It's picking up those vibrations and it's amplifying them or making them louder. You might have tried something like that yourself. You could even try this at home, not with my box, but you'd have to find your own. If you talk into it, you'll notice, wow, your voice sounds really loud. All of those sound waves are bouncing off the hard surfaces and reflecting back to you. So let's look at the ukulele, where I took the string from. And I've left one on there so that we can hear it. When I pluck it, it's already much louder than my one-string ukulele because it has a resonating box attached to it right here. So the string vibrates, and this piece called the bridge picks up those vibrations and transfers them to the box, and the whole box of the ukulele starts vibrating with that same frequency. It's resonating with the string, and so it allows you to hear it. I wonder if we could use this box to make our one-string ukulele louder. Let's try it. So we'll put it on there without the box on top of the ukulele. So the ukulele box is a resonator. You can see I've got another box here, but can you see what I've put in it? I shoved a big pillow in there.
Really?
And so let's see what happens when I pluck the string over that. All right, put it over the box, pluck the string. It's still louder than when I do it in the air, but you may notice it's quieter than here. Well, what's happening? The box is still vibrating, but this pillow is absorbing a lot of the vibrations, so we don't hear as many, and so the sound is quieter. I could do kind of the same thing with this ukulele If I could just stuff something in that hole, like some tissue paper that I brought over, don't worry, these have only been used slightly.
Ew.
I'm going to stuff these in my ukulele, and now see what that happens to, if that affects the sound. Well, you can still hear it, but it's not as loud as when those tissues weren't in there. So those tissue papers dampen the sound. You might have seen something like this if you've ever been around a drummer. You might have seen where they put a pillow or a blanket inside their big bass drum, and that's to dampen some of the vibrations so that it's not too loud. So the last thing we're going to look at today is how you at home can concentrate those vibrations and how you can make something resonate with your voice. You might have tried that maybe, say in the shower, where there's all these hard surfaces around you, so when you sing to your ear, it sounds like this.
You raise me up so I can stand on.
But to everybody else who's not in there with you, it might sound like this. So, here is your experiment to try at home. You can do this with an ordinary piece of paper. You're going to curl it into a cone.
What are you doing?
And you want one end of that cone to be small and one end of that cone to be big. You're basically making what we call a megaphone. Huh? When you're hearing me talk right now, my sound waves are going in almost every direction. They're going off to the side, they're going up, they're going down. But when I talk through this, it's going to concentrate those sound waves so that most of them are going forward. And I should sound a little bit louder than if I don't have the megaphone in front of me.
What?
This should be louder and this should be quieter. And so that's why in the days before we had a lot of electricity, people would use megaphones at rallies or at football games or something to cheer on the crowd because it made their voice sound louder. All right, well that's it for today's episode on resonance.
Resonating chambers.
We'll see you next time. Well, now it's time to head over to voice class with Miss Kramer.
Greetings, my friends. Miss Kramer here, and welcome back to Voice Class. Hey, our episode this week starts something that I like to call the season of gratitude. So we're coming into November and December, and I like to think of this time of year as the season of gratitude because it's a time when people of different cultures all over the world have celebrations and holidays that are based in gratitude, based in being thankful, recognizing that no matter what's happening in our lives, there's always things that we can be thankful for. So Aesop has this quote, and it goes like this: gratitude is the sign of a noble soul. Let's think about that. Gratitude is the sign of a noble soul. Well, what's a noble soul? Well, soul's a person, right? And what does it mean to be noble? I think of a noble person or a noble soul as somebody who is honorable, honest, kind, courageous, a person of high integrity. And if it says gratitude is the sign of that kind of person, it means that those kinds of people on the planet recognize that one of the most important things that we can have in our lives is to be grateful and to have gratitude for all that life has to offer and all the things that are in our lives. The other thing that I think of about people who are grateful is that they are people on the planet who understand and know that there's more that's happening in the world than just things that relate to them. They're able to think about others. They're able to think about the world and the planet around us. And they're able to walk through life being grateful for things that other people do for them, things that they have in their lives, things that our planet and our world provide for us. And they express that gratitude probably almost on a daily basis. So our song today is a song that I wrote several years ago that is based on that quote. Mr. Prorock, a teacher at Roosevelt, chose that quote as our focus for the month. And then he came and he said, hey, maybe you could write a song for us. So I took that Aesop quote, gratitude is a sign of a noble soul, and sat down and wrote a song. So that's going to be our song today. Hey, my friends, I hope that you have a great week this week, and I hope that your season of gratitude is amazing and wonderful, and that you are able to find at least one thing every day to be grateful for and actually say out loud thank you for. Take care. We'll see you next week.
It's time to head over to Elements of Music with Mrs. Eyestone.
Welcome back to the Elements of Music. We have been exploring mood in music, what the music makes you think about and how it makes you feel. The most natural way to express the mood of music is to move to it. And that's what we did last week. You might have realized that music and dance go hand in hand. Well, there's another way to experience music, or all kinds of ways actually, to experience the mood in music. Have you ever just sat back and listened? Maybe even close your eyes and try to picture what was being described, what story might be going on, what place the music might be taking you to. There's a type of music that was written just for that purpose, and it's called program music. Just like a writer uses words to describe a scene or tell a story, a composer uses the elements of music, puts them together to describe a scene, to describe a story, to describe a place, to create a mood, just through instrumentation. We're going to explore this type of music with a piece called The Four Seasons. It was written by the Italian composer Antonio Vivaldi, and he wrote during the Baroque period, which was approximately between 1600 and 1750. And during the Baroque time, the most common instruments were in the strings family, the violin, viola, cello, and bass. And in the Four Seasons, you will also hear the harpsichord, which is in the keyboard family like the piano. Now, even though this music was written a long time ago, I bet when you hear it, you're going to recognize some of it because it has been used in so many movies, many TV shows, even commercials. To get us started, let's start with the season we're in right now, fall, or also called autumn. What words could we use to describe fall? I think of crisp air, falling leaves, orange and brown, frosty mornings, harvest time with pumpkins and apples, making apple cider. How about turkey dinner? Got the picture? Yeah. Well, Vivaldi instead used sound to describe, just like we did with words. He wrote this concerto in 4 movements: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Movements in a piece of music like a concerto, you can think of like episodes in a TV show or episodes in our music time. So instead of me playing it in the order that Vivaldi wrote it, I'm going to mix them up. And we're going to play a little game where you're going to guess what season we are listening to at that time. So let's look at some words to help us picture what Vivaldi is describing as we listen to it. He actually had some specific things in mind as he wrote each one of these movements. So for spring, he was picturing a murmuring brook, birds singing, there's a thunderstorm, a sleeping shepherd with a dog, and singing and dancing. For summertime, you might hear bees buzzing, birds chirping, feel the hot sun blazing. He actually put a hailstorm with thunder and lightning in that as well. For autumn, it was harvest time, and you may hear hunters on horses and horns blaring, dogs barking, more singing and dancing. And wintertime, oh boy, you're gonna just feel the chill of that cold, sharp winter breeze, chattering teeth, slipping on ice, and then a crackling warm fire. Okay, you ready? So I'm gonna play a short segment from each of the seasons, and as one at a time. And as you are listening to it, I want you to picture it and then try to guess what season it could be. Okay, are you ready? Here's the first one. How many of you guessed autumn? Yep, that's it. Now here's the second one. Listen, picture it, try to guess. Here we go. Did you happen to guess summer? That's it. Okay, here's the next one. Listen, picture it, guess. That one was spring. Now, what's left? Winter. So we don't have to guess on this one. But again, as we hear it, picture, can you feel that chill? Can you shiver with that music? So did Vivaldi succeed in musically describing the four seasons? My ears and the ears of so many others say that he sure did. If you enjoyed this musical experience, be sure to check out the list of program music that I'll be posting in your music classroom. Well, that's it for the Elements of Music.
It's time for Rhythms with Mr. Reynolds.
Hello, and welcome to Rhythms with Mr. Reynolds. I'm so glad that you're here today. We're doing things just a little bit different. You can see that there's no music stand with a whiteboard with rhythms drawn on it today, because today we're dealing with a rhythm that was never really written down. This is an African 3-3-2 rhythm. 3-3-2 rhythm, that sounds like a weird name for a rhythm. Well, now we're going to talk about it and you're going to learn all about it. So to do the 3-3-2 rhythm, the first thing you have to do is stand up and march your feet in place like this. You can't see my feet, but my feet are marching in place, just like this. And then we're going to count along with our marching like this. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully you're counting along with me. Now, if you remember cut time, sometimes you can cut things in half. Well, now we're going to cut our marches in half. So instead of counting to 4, we're going to do 2 counts for every step. So we're going to count like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For every step, there's going to be 2 counts, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's how it goes. So let's do it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. But now, instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to count 3, 3, 2. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, 3-3-2 rhythm. That's why it's called the 3-3-2. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All while still marching. Here it is. Clapping and marching. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. Well, that's not it. There's a little bit more, but that's as easy as it is. Let's do that one more time, okay? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Great. Now we're going to add the next twist. Now every time we say the word 1, we're going to clap louder and speak louder. So we're giving it an accent. We're giving it more weight. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Great. Last step. Now we're going to take out everything. Take out everything that's not just the accent. We're doing the ones only. We're not doing the 1, 2. We're not doing the 2, 3. We're just doing the ones. And I'm not going to speak anymore. I'm going to count in my head, I'm not going to speak out loud. I'm just clapping. And we're still marching. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. In my mind, I'm still counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And that is the African 3-3-2 rhythm. Great! Thanks for doing it with me, and let's go ahead and do our rhythm practice. Okay, here comes our first rhythm. Mr. Reynolds goes first. I'm gonna do it 2 times through, and then it's your turn, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, here I go. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. Now it's your turn. T, 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 ta. T, 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 ta. Good job. Mr. Reynolds' turn. Oh, look at this. This is the note that we learned last time. It's called a 3. Let's see if you remember how it goes. Mr. Reynolds' turn. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 3, ta. 3, ta. Now it's your turn. Great job. Here we go. Here comes Mr. Reynolds' turn. Ta, sh, sh, ta, ta, sh, sh, ta. Now it's your turn. Great, last one. Here we go, Mr. Reynolds' turn. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, T, 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 ta. Ta, T, 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 ta. Now it's your turn. Great job! Now let's go head over to the challenge round. Okay, here comes the challenge round. Mr. Reynolds is gonna do it 2 times, and then you do it 2 times, no pause in between, and it's a little bit faster. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, 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 sh, ta, ta, ta. Your turn. Great. Okay, here's Mr. Reynolds' turn. Ta, ta, T, 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 ta, ta, T, T. Your turn. Great. Okay, here comes Mr. Reynolds' turn. 1, 2, ready, go. T, 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 ta, ta, T, 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 T. Your turn. Wonderful. Mr. Reynolds' turn. 1, 2, ready, go. T, 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 2, T, 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 your turn. Good job! Wonderful! That's it for Rhythms today. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Well, everyone, that's it for today. We'll see you next time on Music Time.